luckily, at this job, the one I'm doing right now, I get to distract myself from news like this by interviewing some of the most famous people in the world, just fascinating people. One of my all-time favorite interviews was with legendary music producer and only man able to pull off the sexy librarian look, Quincy Jones. Well, Q, as I am uncomfortable calling him, may have given a pair of the greatest show business interviews of all time. John, have you seen these interviews?
Oh, yeah,
have you read them?
Yes.
Okay, then you know where I'm about to go with this.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I can't get into everything he said, but let's start with something small. He knows who killed JFK. Jones says it was Chicago mobster Sam Giancana. The connection was there between Sinatra and the mafia and Kennedy, adding, "We shouldn't talk about this publicly." Too late. You know how not talking about something works, right? Step one, don't talk about it. Repeat as necessary. But strangely, who killed the president was one of the less explosive details. For instance, when asked about Michael Jackson, Q said, "I hate to get into this publicly, but Michael stole a lot of stuff. He stole a lot of songs." Wow. This really, really tarnishes Michael Jackson's reputation. I mean, that's just about the worst rumor I've ever heard about it. He also dishes on Michael Jackson's rival with Prince. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
This is alarming.
I know.
So he said this when he's talking about Prince, claiming that after Michael Jackson had upstaged Prince at a James Brown concert, the purple one waited in the limousine to try to run over him and LaToya and his mother. Wow. Now we know why Prince changed his name to a symbol. The cops were after him. And that's still not the bombshell. Jones also spilled the tea on his relationship with our president. "I used to hang out with him. He's a crazy mother, limited mentally, a megalomaniac, narcissistic. I can't stand him." Adding, "I used to date Ivanka, you know." Wait. What? What?
Hey, he told me that a while ago, too. He did.
Limited mentally, a megalomaniac, narcissistic, that checks out. He definitely knew the cat. But he dated Ivanka? He's 49 years older than she is. An old man shouldn't want to date somebody that young.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
I stand corrected. My apologies. I did not know. I did not know that was appropriate. But that is still not the headline coming out of these interviews. This is. Quincy Jones claimed that Marlon Brando had sex with Richard Pryor and Marvin Gaye. The only thing I can say to that is, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Now, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Breathe. You gotta get the breathe.
Jones says that Marlon Brando also slept with author James Baldwin, adding that Brando would, quote, anything, mailbox. Sounds extreme, but he did give us some clues. Hey, mailbox! Mailbox! Now, Jones' story was then confirmed by Richard Pryor's widow, who says her husband was always very open about his bisexuality with friends, adding, "It was the 70s, drugs were still good, especially Quaaludes. If you did enough cocaine, you a radiator and sent it flowers in the morning." I'm so sorry, John. I'm so sorry. A radiator, wow. I hope the mailbox didn't find out. We got a great show for you tonight.